Hello guys, welcome you all people learning advanced Java. Okay, so today we are learning about introduction to JDBC and the steps to utilize the JDBC. Okay, what is JDBC? JDBC is nothing but it is an API. It is an API. What is API? Actually, API is nothing but application programming interface. Okay, it is nothing but application programming interface. It is a application programming interface. So what is this API is used for? First we'll try to understand. Application programming interface. It is a collection of, okay, it is a collection of interfaces and classes. This collection of interfaces and classes. Okay, so these APIs are used to connect to two different applications. Okay, APIs are used to connect connect two different applications. Two different applications. Okay, it is used to connect two different applications in order to transfer the data or in order to request the data or perform some transactions, transfer the data, okay, or request for data. Okay, so these APIs will connect to two different applications to perform the transfer of data or request for the data. So let us try to understand in depth. So at the same time, we have to know what is JDBC. What is JDBC? JDBC is nothing but Java database connectivity. Java database connectivity. Okay, Java database connectivity. Okay, means here itself, the name itself, it is saying that we are using Java application and database application. We are using Java application as well as database application. In order to connect Java application to the database application, we are using JDBC API. Okay, we are using JDBC API to connect database application as well as Java application. We are using inbuilt, okay, so in between we are using JDBC API. So by this we can understand JDBC is the mediator between the Java application and the database application. So for to build the Java application, we obviously use Eclipse. In order to utilize the database, like to set up the database, I am gonna utilize the MySQL. Okay, I will be utilizing MySQL database. Okay, I will be having MySQL workbench where I can perform all the operations, and soon I will upload the video how to set up the MySQL workbench and how to utilize it. Okay, through that video you can learn, right? Okay, so this is a MySQL workbench where it's like a GUI screen. Okay, so next thing is, so we understood that JDBC is an API which is used to connect to two different applications. Okay, it is an API. It is an API. API is used to connect to two applications to perform the, okay, transactions. Transfer. It can transfer the data or request for the data. Okay, so this is how the MySQL workbench looks, and we will try to understand in depth what is a JDBC with the help of a story. Okay, this story will be quite interesting. Okay, let us try to understand in easy way. Okay, one of my friend is a software employee in the Hyderabad. Okay, based on the business purpose, he went to South Korea last time. There, during the office work, okay, he had seen a girl. Okay, she is the boss of that company. Okay, so he went on the business purpose. There is a quite good conversation between both of them. Okay, so the problem here is they communicated with the help of another group of coordinates. the group of coordinates are there. They are discussing about the business, how to develop the business. Okay, that's quite well and good. It went quite well and good. Okay, then after my friend returned to Hyderabad, he was good enough. Okay, so now suddenly after 2 days he is keep on remembering the boss. Okay, he has seen in the South Korea. Okay, she looks quite beautiful, and he was completely became mad of her. So what happened? He met one of his friend. Okay, so one of his friends suggested him, might be you are liking her too a lot. Okay, will you marry her? He asked. So he said, yes, she's quite good and I want to marry her. He will be telling to his friend. So his friend suggests him, okay, start writing a love letter to her. Okay, this fellow knows very well. She knows Korea more. So this person is confused. This person is confused. Okay, how to write the Korean letter? I don't know about the language of Korea, as well as I am in India. She is in South Korea. What is the way? Okay, how to send this love letter? So he's thinking all of these things. Okay, what is the reason for all these things? Because he's in present in Hyderabad and she lives in South Korea. Okay, so in order to travel from Hyderabad to South Korea, he has to take the flight, right? So here the very simple story. Okay. So what he will do, this person, okay, will be starting writing a love letter in a simple language, that is Telugu. Okay, he will write the love letter in Telugu language only, so that he knows very well the language, he knows very well. So what he will do, he will arrange a translator. Okay, he will arrange a translator. The translator is the person who knows, or okay, who knows both languages, who knows both languages, who knows both languages. This is the translator. Okay, he arranged a translator so that he will convert the Telugu language, okay, into Korean language. So you are able to understand, you are able to get my point, right? Okay, translator is the person who will convert the Telugu language love letter to the Korean language. Okay, and at the same time the translator is in Hyderabad. Okay, translator is in Hyderabad. He will be traveling to South Korea through the flight. Through the flight. We all know that flight. Okay, flight will be traveling through airway, right? So what happened? He started writing love letters, almost 1,000 letters he has written. So after writing 1,000 love letters, okay, the girl receives all the 1,000 love letters. Then she will decide, okay, he's more interested in me. He will be taking care of me. So let me accept the proposal. She will accept the proposal, and after 1.5 year, they both get married, and they are quite happy and good. They got two children, and they were happy, a very good family. So here you have to understand only one thing. Okay, I just explained this story in order to understand how JDBC works. That's it. Nothing else here. Okay. So here you have to understand what is this. Okay, what is this? Uh, this story about. So here is a person who is in Hyderabad, is nothing but a Java application, is nothing but Java application. And here the girl who is from South Korea is nothing but database application. Okay, it is a database application. Okay, and in between them there is one translator is there na? Okay, he is nothing but JDBC, is nothing but JDBC, is nothing but JDBC. So the translator is standing between both of them. Okay, is standing between both of them. Okay, so hope you understood everyone. It's very quite simple and interesting also, so very related with story. Okay, so here the person who is in Hyderabad is nothing but Java application. The person who is in South Korea is a database application. Between them, there is a translator who is converting the love letter into Korean language. He is nothing but translator. Here, our translator name is JDBC. So let us try to explore what are the required things in JDBC. Okay, what are the required things in JDBC? Now at the same time we will try to make it out very simple. Okay, so let us try to understand in a quite simple manner. Okay, so here inside the Java application, okay, so the first person one, okay, male candidate, what is doing, first writing loud letter, writing loud letter. Okay, so in Telugu, okay, it should be converted into Korea, convert to Korea. Okay, so for that only he arranged a translator. What he did, arranged a translator. Okay, he arranged a translator. Then the translator should travel, okay, should travel through aeroplane. Why? Because there is no roadway from Hyderabad to South Korea. That is the reason. Through aeroplane, using airway, using airway. Okay, and love letter is nothing but data. Okay, here you have to understand. Here the love letter is nothing but data. Okay, data is nothing but query. Okay, query, and here the person who is the translator, he is the driver software, he is the driver software. Okay, he is the driver software. Okay, and here the airway is nothing but a connection between two countries, connection between two countries. Okay, connection between two countries, it's a connection between two countries. And aeroplane, what is this aeroplane? Aeroplane is nothing but the data which is carried using object. That data is being carried with the help of object. Okay, so a very simple, he is writing a love letter, okay, in Telugu, convert to Korean, he is taking help of translator. Okay, the person who is the translator, what he will do, he will travel through aeroplane using airway, using airway. So it's very simple. Love letter is a data query. Translator is a driver software. Aeroplane is a object which carries the data. Airway is the connection between those two countries. Okay, in order to set up JDBC also, okay, we require the first thing is we have to set up the driver software. Have to set up the driver software. So to understand that, I will be creating a class first. I will be creating a class inside the package com dot database. I will keep the package name is com.database. Check database. Will be requiring of main method. So now inside the main method, the first thing, okay, before utilizing the code, we have to set up the driver software. So to get the driver software, you will be going for the Maven repository to get the jar file, to get the jar file. Okay, we can get the jar file in the MVN repository. So here we'll be searching for MySQL. You can see MySQL connector J, and here we'll be selecting the version, the first one 8.0.32, and here you can see jar. I'll just click on this jar, it will be downloaded. Yes, it is taking time. Fine. Okay, the file is getting downloaded. So you can see here the jar file is downloaded. Okay, then after what we have to do, go to the Java project. I am taking simple Java project, not any web application or Maven project. Okay, so what we have to do, okay, so here we have to select the project, right click, and you can see build path. Okay, there you can see configure build path, configure build path. You can see libraries. Okay, select the class path. If class path is not present, you can directly click on add library. Okay, if class path is present, select the class path and click on add library. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, not library, add jar. Sorry. You have to click on add external jar. You have to click on add external jar. Go to downloads. You can see here, click on that, click open. Will be added. So the jar file is added to the class path. Click apply, apply and close. Okay, you can see referenced libraries. Okay, jar, MySQL jar file. Now what you have to do, first you have to arrange the translator. You got the library of the MySQL. This is okay to make your communication, means the database can understand your language. That is the reason we require jar file. Now the next thing is, according to our okay concept, we require a translator, the person, right? We have to load him, means we have to make him alive. So here, to load the driver software, we will be using class loader, class dot for name, class dot for name. Here we will be providing the fully qualified class name of the driver software, form dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver. Okay, capital D. Okay, it will carry the checked exception. We have to click on, okay, better we can add cross declaration, or we can write try and catch block also, anything is fine. Next, so the first step is finished. Okay, according to the concept, okay, we arranged a translator. What is the next step? Okay, you can see the translator, if we is arranged, okay, this person should make arrangements to travel to the Korea. How we can travel? With the help of aeroplane. The aeroplane will travel through airway. Now airway is nothing but here in JDBC, it is nothing but connection. It is nothing but connection. So observe carefully, connection. Okay, connection is a interface which is present inside the java.sql package. You have to import from java.sql. You are using java.sql package. And I will name same as the data type connection equals. Now there is a driver manager who will handle all the drivers. Drivers, driver manager dot get connection dot get connection. So where we will be providing all the okay username and password. Okay, for database there is a username and password, and at the same time we have to provide the URL to connect to the database, means a address is required, the address of the database. Now when it comes to this concept also, here in this love story also, this person, this translator will carry that love letter to the South Korea when he is having the address of her home, right? So in the same way, okay, for this Java application, the address of the database is required. So here you will be providing the address JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost colon 3306 and here you have to provide username and password. Okay, here you will be providing username and password. My username of the database is root, and here my okay my password is root. My database password is root. So here it is carrying the SQL exception. Again, I will be clicking on add throws. Okay, so the connection is established. Okay, there is a connection. So after getting the okay airway, okay, we have chosen airway as our traveling medium. Okay, the translator has chosen the airway as the traveling medium. The next thing is he required a flight travel from Hyderabad to South Korea. So this person from Hyderabad, he arranged his own chartered flight. Okay, so here in JDBC, the chartered flight name is statement. Okay, statement. Okay, there is a statement. Okay, it is an interface. It is an interface. Name the variable name as same as the data type statement. Okay, so here in our concept, okay, this translator has chosen airway as the medium. In the same way, okay, through that airway only these flight should travel. Okay, can it travel on the road or can it travel on the water? Is it possible? Means these, okay, these aeroplane is depends upon the air, right? It depends upon the air. It depends upon the air. So here also statement object is depends upon the connection object. It depends upon the connection object. So connection object gives me the statement object. Connection dot create statement. Okay. Now after all these things, so in our concept, okay, this chartered flight is a moving object which is carrying this person who is okay, this translator. Okay, this translator what he is doing? He's carrying the data. He's carrying the data inside the chartered flight. Inside the chartered flight means this data is carried inside the chartered flight. Okay, this is the data. It is carried inside the chartered flight. Now in the same way, we will be writing the SQL command inside the statement object, inside the statement object. So statement dot execute update. I'll be using execute update. Okay, I'll be using execute update in order to update the changes inside the database. So what I will write one command create database. So database, I will write database. The story started from the love side, right? So I will name it as love dose. I'll name it as love dose. Okay, love dose. And after that, okay, I will close the connection. I will close the connection. Connection dot close. But one thing here you have to remember, we are using update method. Okay, so let us run this program. Everything is fine. I will be running this program. Okay. Whether it is executed or not, we don't know. The reason is very simple because we did not write any SOBLN statement. Let us go check inside the database. So I will be clicking on this refresh symbol. Now we'll be seeing with L. Can you see here everyone? I'll be showing you, right? Here you can see Laudos. Okay, so database is created successfully. What is our next step? Inside the Laudos, okay, we have to create the table. Okay, so for that I will take one more class. Instead of creating in the same package, I'll be creating in the another class in the same package. Create table. Create table. I require main method. So instead of typing, I can copy paste, right? I can copy paste. I will copy all these things except execute update. I'll paste here. I'll be throwing declaration. I throws declaration. Done. So now I have to write the SQL command to create the table. To create the table, here I will be writing create table table name we'll name it as we'll name it as we'll name something unique. Yeah. Okay, int id. Okay, int id, int is the data type, and id, okay, will it will be in reverse in SQL. Id int, okay, then after um, name, sorry, not name, okay, p name, person name, varchar, we'll use varchar 45. Next, uh, her name, right? Her name, I'll use her name, who is heroine. Okay, varchar, I will use varchar. I'll close this. I have to use two curly braces, remember that, don't forget. Then after, I will write one SOBLN statement in order to get the output success. Then I will close the connection. Connection dot close. Connection dot close. We'll run this. So here I am getting one exception. What is that exception? SQL exception, and it is saying no database is selected. It is telling no database is selected. Okay, but I want to create the table inside my database, that is Laudos. Okay, I have to create the table inside the Laudos. So what you will do, you will be providing here slash love underscore dos, save and run the file, save and run the file. Okay, so we got success, and what I will do is I will run this, and you can see here the table is created. प्यार मतलब love, okay, love मतलब prema. Okay, so the next thing, I want to insert the data. So instead of creating one more class, I can write the command here itself. I will comment this line because once a table is created, you should not run this file again and again. I'm commenting this line. So what I will write? I will write one more command. Okay, execute update. Here I will write, okay, insert into table pyar, sorry, insert into pyar, not table, pyar values. Okay, values 101. Okay, string I have to send Rajkumar. Rajkumar, Rani Mukherjee, Rani Mukherjee. Okay, and then I will close this. I will be running this. Okay, we'll see whether it will be executed or not. Success, we got success, and let us go and check whether it is stored inside the database or not. Yeah, it is successful. 101 Rajkumar Rani Mukherjee. It's clear, I think. Okay, so instead of creating a table again and again, okay, what we can do is, anyhow we have to perform the transactions. Okay, we can directly create inside the database only. The table can be created directly without any efforts. What we have to do is, you observe clearly. So here I will be clicking on the symbol. Here you can see clearly, when I place my cursor over here, it is showing create a new table in the active schema. Laudos is in active position. I will click on this. The table can be created inside the database. So here I will be giving one database, that is student. Okay. Here I will be providing ID. Primary key is important. Student name, S name I will provide. Varchar, let it be varchar. Subjects, English, varchar, no varchar, it should be decimal something. I'll keep it as decimal. Here also I'll keep it as decimal. Okay, it is telling I cannot take a simple decimal. What I will do, I will take decimal and I will write 7 comma 2. 7 comma 2. The same thing I will be repeating. Okay, instead of that, for now I'll keep something else. Max. Varchar, let it be Varchar for now. Science. Okay. Next, what we have to do is, okay, uh, yeah, yeah, that's enough. So these are the fields we have inside the student table. Watch it carefully. Okay, now what I will do, I will click on apply. Okay, it is telling lowercase table names. Okay, I took capital S, I think. The okay, done, fine. So what I will do, I will copy this. I will copy this and I will paste here. Here also I will paste. Okay, so decimal is 7 comma 2. Okay, precision I'm keeping. Okay, then I will click on. Okay, observe it carefully once again. ID int not null. Okay, primary key is assigned for ID. Okay, to avoid duplicates. S name varchar 45 null. Okay, English decimal 7 comma 2. Max decimal 7 comma 2. Science decimal 7 comma 2. Primary key is assigned for ID. Inside the student table, inside the Loudos database. So I will click on apply. Then what I will do, will click on finish. Okay, so the table will be created. I will stop this and I will, you can see here student. So everything is done, quite simple. Okay, done. So what we have to do is very simple. Uh, So here, instead of PR now, I have to keep it as student. Values will be like this. And here, Rajkumar, here the values I have to provide is uh, English, all those things, 45, comma, 56, comma, 77. Providing the values. So now I will run this inside the student table. Data will be inserted. So I got success. So also everything is clear. So I will do small mini project. It's a very simple thing, right? To connect to the database, just 5 steps is enough. But learning JDBC is nothing but not about 5 steps. You need to include these 5 steps in order to develop a mini project, right? So let us quickly revise what are these, how to remember these steps. Okay. So here, very simple. Uh, so what I will do, so let us try to understand what it is. So okay, observe here, listen to this carefully. Okay, okay. See here, class dot for name. What is this class dot for name will do? It will load the driver software. What is this driver software? Is nothing but he is the translator. He is the translator. Okay, translator. Here what we are doing with the help of class dot for name. The help of class dot for name. I am okay. What I am doing? I am loading the driver software. Class dot for name is nothing but first step to load the driver software. Next thing, okay, this translator will be thinking about either go through, okay, airway or roadway or through the river. Okay, he has chosen through airway. So airway is nothing but it's a connection between two countries. Okay, so here also we establish the connection in order to connect the Java application and database application. Database is external. Okay, so to connect that we require a address. So JDBC MySQL localhost 3306 is nothing but the URL. It's an address for MySQL application. For MySQL, we require username and password. And at the same time, okay, when it comes to our story, inside this story, okay, here this translator, what is the work of translator? To carry the love letter to the Korea through the chartered flight. Okay, means he's carrying some data through the flight. What is this flight? Flight is nothing but the statement object. Flight is nothing but statement object. Then this execute update, it is carrying some data. The data is nothing but the love letter. Okay, clear everyone? Okay, now what here you have to understand is very simple. Okay, so let us clearly confirm the first step. Class dot for name, class dot for name is nothing but, okay, what is that? Loading trans driver software is nothing but translating. Loading the driver software is the translator, first step. Next, connection. Okay, connection between two countries through airway. Through airway, airway is nothing but connection. But to Korea, okay, airway to Korea, okay, address is required. Address of girl is required. Okay, so what is that? URL, username, and password. Okay, hope you are able to understand. Once again, you can go back to video and you can understand easily. And the next one here, the flight. Okay, flight is nothing but statement object. Statement is nothing but flight. Okay, aeroplane, aeroplane, aeroplane. Okay, next, what is the next one? Execute update method. Execute update method is nothing but helping us to carry the data, okay, to the database. Okay, means these data is present inside the statement object. So inside the statement object, statement dot execute update. Okay, this data will be inserted inside the statement object and it is carried to the database. These are the only things you have to remember. Now let us try to do a simple project so that you will become very clear. Okay, what you will do is, so let us create a small project so you will understand. I am creating a DTO class. You all know this structure already. Student DTO. So what are the things are required? We'll be providing private int ID, private string name, sorry, not name, s name, s name, private double. I'm using double English, private double maths, private double science. Okay, so now we'll be generating getters and setters. For that, what you have to do? You have to press Alt plus S. What is the command? To get the getters and setters. Okay, to get getters and setters. Getters and setters, you are pressing Alt S. So first you make sure cursor is below the variables. Alt S, Alt S. You can see getters and setters. Click on this. Select all. Click on generate. And then to string. Okay. So now we have created a class successfully. Fine. Next thing is, the next layer is DAO layer. Student DAO. Student DAO. So I'll be creating this class student DAO. So what we have to do here while writing the code, okay, we have to be clear. Okay, what we are going to do, we are designing a pattern here. Okay, we are following a structure, the same structure followed in all kinds of frameworks to develop the big projects also. Okay, so to develop the big projects as well, they will follow this kind of structure. Okay, so I'm creating one more layer, that is controller. To understand this concept, you go to the previous videos that I have created introduction into the layers of project. So in that video, you will get a clear idea of what I'm doing here, DTO, DAO, and a controller. Okay, and still more things to be discussed. Okay, so what are those things? So here the problem is you are using statement object and you are writing the commands. Okay, here you are writing the commands which are static. Okay, to perform the dynamic, what you have to do, you have to write, okay, you have to use another statement. So what you will do to understand that, we'll see in the next video. Until then, you just go through this video and I will make another video. In that video, you will find out the student controller, student DO, and everything. Okay, we'll write the code in optimized way in the next video. Okay, and we are using another one to insert the data dynamically, not this hard coded values. Thank you guys. Hope you like my video, and I will be making videos to help you out to understand the concepts.